afternoon, my MPP peeps. All-time high close. All-time highs. We are heading to this 39.80. I think just given the close today, I think we hit it, barring anything unforeseen over the weekend. This African strand of COVID, as long as that doesn't become a thing, everything's moving in the right direction. Cases are coming down. Vaccines are getting shot into arms. Stimulus is going to happen. All the news is very positive right now. The economy turning on story is leading this market higher. But some things to be concerned about. One, the inflows into the market via funds was the most it has been this week since March of 2008. Go back on your charts of March of 2008. Okay, that was the beginning of a euphoric rise where everyone got into the market, and then the correction happened. Okay, it looks like we're in that beginning stage where there is this euphoric rush to equities, to stocks, and usually when that happens, you suck in the rest of the buyers who were on the sideline refusing to play because they thought the market was too high. Now they see the market getting away from them, so they're panicking and they're saying, all right, now I'm going to get in. That's when you get all the money on the sidelines into the market. When you do that, there's no buyers left. There's only sellers remaining, and that's when you get, your typical corrections, your 10 to 15% dips. I think we're on the precipice of that. Where it happens, I don't know. This first target's 39.80. If it continues, if the bulls just continue grinding this thing higher, I'm possibly 41.60. If we get there, I think that'll be one of the best shorting opportunities we get this year. Just to short this 41.60. I think it'd be a really nice return when this market sells off. I think this 4,100, mid 4,100 level, if we get there, will be the peak of the euphoria, and we'll come down from there. I don't know if we get there before that happens, but I'm just saying that would be a great risk reward opportunity for a short. But anyway, I'm seeing all these signs, and as Dan mentioned, when the market begins to, when the time for a market correction gets near, a lot of my breakout plays, a lot of the names in the dip buying system start to fail. That's happening. Okay, these names that were breaking out before have started to break out, and then they're selling off. Okay, so it's getting a little more difficult to make money. When that happens, that's usually a first sign. That's usually a first sign that the strength in the market isn't what it was. Even though the market is continuing to rise, the overall market, the strength of the market isn't quite there. That is the first sign usually that a pullback's around the corner. So where it happens, I can't tell you, but will it happen? I can guarantee you it is going to happen. And I think between 39.80 and 41.60 is probably a pretty good bet that in between these two prices is where we'll find our at least short-term top. Okay. You go to the VIX, no fear whatsoever. I said I wanted to close below 20 into the teens. We got on it. Right on it. So we'll see how we open Monday. Let's see if we can get this thing down into the teens. Break this channel that's been holding since August. Okay, it got down here in August, came back down here in December, and now we're back down here again. If we can break it and enter a new channel, a lower channel, and hang out in that channel for a while, I think we could still get more rise in this market. Possibly up to that 41.60 I was talking about. So we'll continue to monitor this VIX, and it will tell us It will tell us when a pullback's right around the corner. We'll see that spike. We'll see that spike in the VIX, and we'll see a low day close on the S&P, a close below the 10 SMA, and that is probably about as good a sign as any to try at least a short for a top. Okay, right now all we're seeing is no fear. People want to buy. They want to buy this market. They don't care that it's high. They do not care. They just want to buy. You go to the Qs, all-time high close there, 336. It looks like it wants to head to this 350. That looks like the magnet. We'll see if we get there. This 10 SMA will be our guide. 10 SMA is at 330.89. You get a close below that. Now we have to start thinking, uh-oh, top could be in. But right now, I'm looking to 350. IWM is just insane. I mean, it's this thing is so overbought, so frothy that when the overall market pulls back, I think this is going to be a great short at some point via the TZA, the triple short IWM, because I think this one falls fastest, furthest and fastest, just because of how overbought it is. So I'll be definitely looking at this when it's time. It's not time yet, but when it's time, I think this is going to be a good short, a moneymaker on the short side. All right, let's look at individual names. This DNN. So I went in this yesterday. This is what I call a lotto play. This has nothing to do with any of my systems, okay? This is purely based on speculative call buying. There was so much call buying this week. It was insane. It was much like SNDL right before its pop. Let me show this. All this call buying happened right here in SNDL, and then I think we almost tripled from there. GSAT, all the call buying happened right in here, and then boom, doubled. So the same thing's happening in this DNN. That's why I jumped in, and I'm holding. I have a $5,000 bet on. I am holding with a 50% trailing stop. I'm giving it plenty of room, and I'm going for 100%. Okay, I got in around $1.05, so I'm going for 210 to double my money. And if I get called out, it's not going to hurt me. If I get stopped out, it's not going to hurt me too bad. Same thing with this QS. It's the same kind of play, same kind of call buying that I saw in the DNN. I saw in this QS today. And what's nice about this QS is it has fallen way off its highs. So if you go from the low to the high here, and you draw a 0.618, okay, and a 0.786, we're right in that zone. Okay, we're right in that zone where bottoms, at least oversold bottoms can occur, and you get that nice bounce. So this is one. It's in the electric car space. They make batteries. So, and they have earnings on Tuesday. So earnings could provide a nice catalyst. Again, just like DNN, I'm going for 100%. I got in around 50. I'm going for 100, and I put a 50% trailing stop on. So this is a lotto bet. If I lose, I don't lose that much. If I get my 100%, I have a pretty good win there. And I like the odds, and I like this chart. I like that it gapped up over its 10 SMA today with volume. And the amount of call buying I'm seeing, it looks like there are big players interested in this name, trying to make some big money. And today you can see we started with a 21.5% move, closing near the high of day. So this QS, another lotto play. All right, so let's go into our more systems trades. Names I'm going to be looking at next week. This BBBY, I'm still looking at. It needs to get above last week's high, yesterday's high, which was 30.95. I'm definitely going to be interested in this one. FUBO, still interested in. Just hasn't quite gotten above this 10 SMA, but had a great day today, up 6%. needs to eclipse this red line right here, and I'm in. I'm in, and I'm going for the 71. Amazon, if this thing can get off its butt, it's really going to move. We're right back down here into the triangle, right back down here into the uptrend line. Okay, so you got another smaller triangle forming. Yeah, you see that? We break out of this triangle and it can finally get going. Okay, I'm looking for this at some point to get to 3,900. So now my trigger was this 34.34. Now my trigger's lower. We just get a close above the 10 SMA at 33.17. I'll get long this thing next week, just as a great risk reward opportunity, because as soon as buyers come into this name, you know, you start coming in your Apples, Google, your mega cap tech names. As soon as money starts rotating into these names, they're going to explode. So I think this one definitely has money in it. We just have to wait until the momentum is ready to take it higher. Not quite there, but hopefully next week it can get there. One other name that I've been following forever is this QD. All right, this is a Chinese name. Chinese names are exploding. I don't know how many of you were in my Huya. Anybody in Huya? Huya. Anybody in? Made a nice 50% on that one. And just Chinese names are taking off, guys. So this, let me show a weekly chart of this QD. So this is the weekly. You can see it is in a disgusting downtrend. Disgusting downtrend, but there are all kinds of signs of bottoms. You look at this weekly chart, you got a low here on the RSI, low here, higher low on the RSI, low here, higher low. So you got a series of higher lows on the RSI while you got a series of lower lows on the price. So that's divergence, and now it's exploding higher. And volume's coming back into the name. I think this is a potential growth system play with high return potential. I mean, this thing could go through eventually all-time highs, which is at 30. We're only at $3.64. That's a big return. So next week, it's a little overbought right now. You can see this RSI, it's very overbought. Had a big week this week. But it's well above the 200, and this 200 is now curling up, finally. I mean, this thing's been on a big downtrend, finally starting to curl up. I think it's worth a shot going in with an 8th position, forcing it to prove itself week by week, and then adding to it as it proves itself. But this one could be a really big winner. They're in the loan space, digital loan space in China. There's been a lot of talk about their business being corrupt. So there's always that, but you know, that's the risk you take in a name like this. But I just like the risk reward. The risk reward is there. So I'll be looking at that one next week. There are a number of other names I'm sure I'm going to find as I do my scans. I haven't done any scans yet. But this weekend, I'll be doing some scans, and I have an extra day, which is great. So I'll have some names for us on. I'll probably send them out Monday since we got the long weekend. I'll send them out Monday, and hopefully we have some more opportunity to make money next week. As this market wants to continue going higher, we'll just make more money. Fine with me. So that is what I got now. And there's more to come. Any questions? Anybody want me to go over anything? Cool, Dan. Enjoy the weekend, dude. Anybody else? Yeah, Corey. Have a good one, buddy. All right, guys. Well, I will see you Tuesday morning. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. Bye.